welcome to this video where we're going to open up the discussion about being relaxed on race day. I'm Ryan with Set the Pace Triathlon. If you like this content, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And with that, we're going to dive right into it. So we're talking about race day specific, and we're talking about being as relaxed as possible on race day. But race day is the last place you want to be, all bunched up in a twist, wrapped around the axle, when today is supposed to be the pinnacle of all your training and everything that you've done up to this point. So we're going to go through a few tips that you can do to kind of make race day the best possible experience, the most relaxed as you can get. Number one key is be organized. So from the start, plan, be proactive, identify things you need to do in well advance. Don't wait till the last minute to do stuff. Lodging, transportation, meals, food, stuff you need. Make sure that you're organized. You've got your lists of everything you need to do. Don't keep it all in your head, or write it down somewhere and keep that with you at all times. Do as much as you can the week before. So with the check-in, with everything getting there, just get as many things out of the way as early as possible during that week, because as leading up to the race day, you want to be off your feet as much as possible, not stressing out, running there and doing all kinds of other things. You want to be as relaxed as possible the day or two before the race. So make sure you're taking as much, doing as much as you can the week of, early in the week, as much as possible. So do as much as you can the day before the race. So if you've got a problem with your bike, you need extra zip ties, you need to do something with your race kit or something, there's a hole and you need to sew it up. Get that done the day before the race. Don't wait till race morning to do your checklist of, well, I need to do this, that, and I need to get my bike ready, I need to do this with my wetsuit, I need to do this with my tri-suit. Oh yeah, I want to change out my laces to speed laces on my shoes. Don't wait until race day to do all this stuff, because the last thing you want to be doing is this large checklist when you're around everybody else and anxiety's building up about the race start. Do as much as you can the week before, the day before. Don't wait till the night before. You don't want to be up late stressing about this stuff. Especially if you think about something and you put it off, and you're like, oh crap, I need to get this, that, and the other because I forgot. All the stores are closed. So you don't want to be doing all the stuff the night before. The night before, super chill, going out, getting some food, going back to wherever you're staying, and just kicking your feet up and relaxing, watching movies, TV, whatever, spacing out, playing on Facebook, whatever you want to do the night before. Don't be out frantically running around trying to get everything done. Don't put it off for race day morning. What I also suggest is be early. If transition opens up at 5 o'clock in the morning, be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't want to mess with parking. You don't want to be stressed out because you're waiting in line to get parked. You don't want to be stressed out because there's a line to get into transition with your stuff. So be early. Be early to transition. Be early to anything you can be. I would rather see people kind of hanging out waiting with extra time on their hands rather than pressing everything to the last minute. Double check everything. So have your list, double check it the day before, make sure everything's, double check your tires, double check your nutrition, double check your hydration, double check everything. Make notes of where you put your stuff. If you've got hydration that you're putting in a mini fridge, make a note to grab it. You don't want to get to the race venue and be like, oh, I just forgot all my hydration, all my water bottles. So make sure you double check everything, double check your list. Cross your T's, dot your I's. So have your list. As I talked about before, have a list, write it down, have that with you at all times. Do not lose it. One piece of paper or one notebook. Don't scatter it all over the place with 50 post-it notes. Have backups. So when I say have backup inner tubes, have backup water bottles, have backup sunglasses. If you're using a visor on your helmet, I always bring a backup pair of sunglasses, because if you get transitions, someone knocks your bike helmet over, the visor pops off. Last thing you want to be doing is all stressed out about that. You just grab your sunglasses, get your helmet, and you're out. So have backups to everything. Be proactive. Anything can happen on race day. So hot, cold, wind, snow, rain, whatever, windy, anything can happen on race day. So be proactive. If it's something that you would use in those conditions, make sure you have it in your transition bag on race day. So be proactive. Bring it with you. Get your Sherpas on the plane. If they don't know that you're getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you want to be there at 4:30, not leaving the house at 4:30, make sure your Sherpas are on the plane too, because if they're just like, I'm going to sleep in because I think this is when we're going to leave, just make sure that they are on the plane too, because if they're not on the plane, they're going to stress you out. Be well rested. Get your sleep. Don't burn the candle at both ends. Don't stay up late and get up early. Just be well rested. When you have downtime, make sure you're sitting down, being relaxed. Don't plan a bunch of activities the day before and whatever. The day after, do whatever you want to. But if you want to be as relaxed as on race day as possible, don't jam all the stuff in the days before and be stressed out about it. The goal, like I said, is to have time before the race starts. You've got everything done. You can find a nice spot in transition. Just kind of sit down for a minute. Don't stand around your feet. Just find a nice spot to sit down, even on the concrete, whatever. Bring a towel or something, or your Sherpa, and just sit down, relax, have a good time, watch do some people watching. That is the best point to be in, especially if you got a little bit of time to sit around, and then come back one more time to check your transition area before you go to the swim start. A lot of places like 70.3 Boulder comes to mind. Your transition area is a little bit of a walk away from the Boulder Reservoir, so I I check everything, go to the porta potty, check everything again, make sure I'm all set up, go to the porta potty one more time in there, come back one more time, check everything, check tires, make sure they still got air, get all my swim stuff, go through mentally all I need for the swim. And I take it all over to the swim beach, and I just find a place in the sand and I sit there until the race starts. Until they start lining up my age group or whatever, have time to sit around and relax. That's the best thing to be at. Practice some meditation. You got a little bit of time, just close your eyes, relax, and rest. And get that heart rate down. And whatever you do, avoid the frantic people. There are going to be plenty of people running around. Does anybody have swim goggles? Does anybody have this? Anybody have that? I've lost my glasses. Avoid the frantic people. So if they're over here, you're over there. Don't be by the frantic people, because they will rub off on you and your anxiety will go through the roof. So take deep breaths, meditate, stay away from the frantic people. I like to stay away from the crowd, so like at 70.3 Boulder, I'd go up to, there's like a little bathroom area. It's got a concrete ledge, you can sit down, your feet are kind of down. And just sit up there and watch the people, just do some people watching. Everybody else is standing up, they're kind of nervous, and they're nervous talking to people, and they're walking around and expending energy, and it's just, I don't like doing that. I don't like to see athletes do that. It's just find a place, sit down, relax. Personally, I like a little bit of time by myself. So, maybe avoid the crowds a little bit and just kind of be off to the side and find a place to relax. But that's the key. Being relaxed on race day, be there early, allow plenty of time, allows, if you've got time, if you come into 7.3 Kansas back in 2007 or 8 or something, came into transition, my front tire was flat. Luckily, I was there right at transition open, so I had enough time to change my tire. Fortunately, it was flat when I came in off the swim, and I was done for the day. But getting there early, at Lake Tahoe, 2013, I got there early to go air up my tires. It was the first one in transition. I was like the third one in line to get my tires aired up. Started spraying my rear wheel, and they realized one of my spokes was busted. So luckily, the bike tech was right there. They swapped out my rear wheel. I went back and racked it. I could have been on the course. If that thing would have popped, it could have been an accident. I could have been done with the race. Could have been standing around waiting for a bike tech for a rear wheel. Might have never happened. So getting to the race day early and being as prepared as you can before that, sets you up for the best possible situation to be relaxed before that race starts. Once a race starts, you need to avoid trying to go out there too hard and too fast, and just find a nice, easy rhythm. But being relaxed during race day begins at the very beginning of the day. Make sure you show up as relaxed as possible, not behind the gun, not running around frantically, and not being around frantic people. So this is my tips for being as relaxed as you can on race day. Once the gun goes, and it's easier said than done. We all have anxieties about doing these races. We put so much training and effort and energy into it. You get to 70.3 or 140.6 race day, or even an Olympic race day, and just it's human nature to have nerves. If you're not having nerves, you're not alive. So it's going to happen, but you can do as much as you can ahead of time to be as relaxed as possible to allow yourself to have enough time that you don't have to mess with being anxious and being stressed out, because that's the last place you want to be starting a race. So that's going to end this discussion, talking about being relaxed on race day. If you got any questions, put them in the comments, send me an email. I will get back to you, share as much information as I have, and with that, we will see you in the next video. Good, happy racing out there, and happy training.